everybody on this lovely Sunday, the day that the Lord has made. So let us rejoice and be glad in it, in spite of all the bad omen and the negative energy that is coming up against you. Sometimes it gets you so downtrodden in your spirit that it almost seems as though you cannot go on. But trust and believe if God brought you through it, then He's already brought you through it. And I am downtrodden in my spirit, but I know it's just a phase that I'm going through in my life, and everything is being uprooted and exposed. Y'all know I've been giving my testimony of my life and been praying in prayer and just allowing God to be God in my life. Because without God in our life, there we're nobody. And I've been feeling the effect of that for the past couple of days. My family, people who I thought that I could trust, and people I've always taken care of myself. Ever since I was 14 and I got out in the world, I've always provided for myself. And I've never tried to ask anybody for nothing because I was taught, I was raised with people, I was taught nothing in life is for free. And trust and believe, if somebody do something for you, they're going to want something in return. And I've always was taught to get you. If you're going to get your own. Work for what you want. Well, I said work for what you want. Though, I did at one point in time live a dishonest life. So, here we are. We're walking into 114 days of living in God's word and prayer, and I really didn't even have a biblical inspiration, but God just said to go on and tell them what they're doing, because they just told me who I'm going to be, how I'm going to live, and who it is that I am going to date for political power and for the church, so those who are around me can have what they want. And I'm looking at them like, honey, your table is full because of my table is empty. That's my table that you're sitting at the head of. So how you think that you can tell a grown woman what to do? Continuation of the bitter Betty mess drama of living the lifestyle of being family members with Janet Jackson and a descendant of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And tomorrow is a day to celebrate him. Oh my God, the blessings and the curses, and when God began to show me who I was and who all I was related to, because I was like, God, you got to show me something. You got to tell me something. I'm so perturbed in my spirit because I met a guy who I thought was my friend, who I thought that I could trust, and we at one point in time we always looked out for one another. If he didn't have it and he asked me for it, I gave it to him. If I didn't have it and I asked him for it, he gave it to me. But the person that I knew is like hiding Mr. Jekyll. His head turned around. I don't no longer know this person, and I'm sickening at my stomach to know that he has put his hands on my life the way he has, so that the ones that he know can shine. Mr. Barry Daniels, the show Empire. The show Empire is based off of our lives. Y'all know Terrence Howard. He's in there related to Terrence Howard, and Lee Daniels is related to Barry Daniels, my daughter's dad. And Miss Janet Jackson is all up in the midst. Y'all know I've been having an opposition with the Bishop Ernest Burns. He's all up in the midst. Cash Money, Young Money, all up in the midst. Christina Milian, all up in the midst. And that song with Wayne and Chris Brown, them, if a rich man wants you, these girls not loyal. This is what it all boils down to. And y'all know the folks, they literally put real loud charges on my name in regards to this mess, and they don't send me to prison for these fools, and nobody's suffering. I'm the one. I'm okay, but financially it kills me because I've always had my own. I've always went out and got my own. I don't care. I may not have had the means that they so-called profess to have, and I don't even know why they want it, because the way that they got it, they can't keep it. and you had to basically borrow from Peter to pay Paul to act like a millionaire. So therefore, you never had anything either. You might as well be next door to me, living in the shack on the other side. So the movie Empire, Lucius Lyon represent Barry Daniels, my daughter's dad, aka Little Wayne. So Christina Milian, Wayne broke it off with her a while back. My name been ringing behind the scene for a long time. These folks been manipulate my life for a long time. And as a grown woman trying to live out here in the world, you wonder why, things is going on. And I began to pray, and God began to show me all this, and it's all becoming to be clear to me. Christina Milian took it upon herself. Now, my baby daddy, he finally came back into the picture after a couple of years, and we was talking. This is over 10 years ago, and I thought we was hitting it out pretty good, and I'm walking in my Christian ministry, and I was telling him, I don't live that lifestyle no more, and if we're gonna be together, then we're gonna have to get married. And at one point in time, I saw it. He was going to get married. But God began to show me that he said, at each level in life where you are, he says, in that lifestyle that you was living, that would have been your husband. But because your life shifted, he no longer fits your life, so he's no longer your husband. He walked out on me one day and went and married a Caucasian, mostly a white woman. And I'm okay with that. I was hurt to the fact that I knew he walked out on me like that because I thought we had a bond that was better than that. But I was not upset that you got married. Kudos to you. Congratulations, now live your life. But the whole time you don't marry this woman, Christina Milian, done married my baby daddy. They done done marriage, and the white guy that Christina Milian, he married a white woman, so she married a white guy, so they in a relationship because Christina Milian was trying to outdo Wayne. Now they've been doing this. They've been all the females that he messed with. If they're not trying to make him be a homosexual, if they're not trying to make him be gay, then they'll go get somebody close to him or somebody just still in the vicinity, because you know what? You never did close that door, so there's still some messing around somewhere. So anyway, they got married. And I'm not even realizing. Kudos to you. But the whole time, I'm wondering why this bishop is manipulating and trying to control my life and tell me where I can and cannot go, what I can and cannot do. And I'm wondering why he's talking about it's the mafia and I can't leave the family and all this. And they literally made me live in poverty. Said that I could not see if I could make it without them. You only got your table full because of me. I've been making it. So what makes you think I can't make it? So everything that I was trying to do, build businesses and whatever I tried to do, they stop it. They use political power, church power, corporation power, everything they possibly can to do to stop it. Then I remind you, y'all know my other family member, Wendy Howard, who they also made go homeless, and they made her do meth. She had sex with the bishop. Not only did she have sex with the bishop, she done had sex with my baby daddy Barry. So you done ran off and married Christina Milian. But you still got this man. You want to know where I am and what I'm doing at all times. Why? Didn't you say I do? My life is no longer, it is not none of yours. It's like the song, my life is not my home. They done made me belong to the mafia, and they tell me what I can and cannot do. If they find out that I'm liking somebody, I'm dating somebody, they run this guy off and tell me who it is that I got to date. The fact that they forced me into a financial difficulties for the fact that they was trying to force me to come to them to ask them for something. When have you ever seen me ask a man for anything? Barry, yes you did. And you supposed to. You laying the plan and you in the house. You supposed to give me money. That's what the man of the house is supposed to do. Give a lady money. You playing like, Lord, you laying and you playing and you stand up under this roof. Yes, you are going to give me some money. You can let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. So you chose to leave. So when you left, why you didn't take your feelings with you and know to the fact that you no longer have any authority over my life. So the reason being and why they did that was to shift everybody's life around. Anybody that I knew or anybody that I may have dated. Wayne been sending all his little clique females over here to try to hook up with them, to date them to the point where they're trying to force me to be with Wayne. And you know, Wayne, I don't have a problem with that. But no, you know why? Because for the simple fact that you've been with Vicky Birch. You done dated all these females, so-called been in a dumb relationship with all these females around here, and now I'm the last option. No, thank you. I'm not second best to nobody. Kudos to you. I don't wish you no harm, and I'm not trying to pray no harm upon you. But it's one thing that you and the rest of them in this industry, in the TV, music, and all y'all want to do is take your hands up off my life. Okay, so now here we are. Y'all know Janet Jackson had sex with not only my baby daddy, Barry Daniels, but she also had sex with Mr. Lee Daniels, his cousin, and she done had sex with a couple others. Now the new guy that I did meet, now they over here trying to meet him. Ain't gonna tell me I got to go with Birdman. I got to go with Lil Wayne them. I got to go over here in this industry. I don't got to do anything but like my grandmother say, stay black and die. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm a grown woman. Y'all are not going to tell me what I'm going to do. Now here Miss Juanita Bynum, she's slipping, dipping around. And they sent this other lady over here, Apostle Mary Town, to start a church, because I'm trying to live right, trying to do right, but my life is all in shambles and it's all scattered out right now. So I'm truly in prayer on things beginning to line up. But that's the point. God says I'll make crooked path straight, and it's going to get ugly before it's going to get good. And God just dropped in my spirit. I'm just trying to show you what's going to happen if you go any other way than what I told you to go. If you do not stay in me and wait in me, because I told you if you build it, they're going to come. So the church that is dropped in my spirit, every church that I go to, they have somebody that's in that church that represents Janet Jackson, Nicki Minaj, and Juanita Bynum. I got to be in a church with them. So this is so-called Birdman's new church that they're building. I got to be their apostle. The devil is a lie. So, since how I won't do what they want me to do, Miss Juanita Bynum, they trying to give her a church over there in Atlanta and try to make all my people go to her church. Good. Now I'm getting my name out of it, and I guarantee you the building is going to crumble. The foundation is going to crumble. And I'm sad in my spirit because, you know, along my life, I lost some real brothers. I know some brothers, some ride or die brothers. If I said I was ready to go do this, they'd have went with me. They'd have did it. But now I got some I'm not gonna say all of them, but they listening to Barry. And I don't understand where do Barry think that he got that authority over my life. So because of Christina Milian, everybody jealous of everybody, and it's got me messed up because I never saw that side of this man. I've never tried to rule who you, even when we was kicking it and I first met you when I was carrying your child. If you went and laid and played, I let you go lay and play. I ain't never chasing behind you. I ain't never try to stop you. I ain't never try to hate on you. And we had one altercation because I felt disrespected. And you gonna give me my respect. So I went from 0 to 100 real quick. But ever since then, I realized me as a female, there's too many men hiding the sea. They come a dime a dozen. I refuse to ever let myself get out of my character like that about any man. And I will not do it. No. When the sad part about it is, you gonna still be a woman anyway, so be with them. But I'm messed up because the show Empire, with all these people in it, is based off of our life. It's supposed to have tampered with my life. And now, because also that everything can work around Janet Jackson, the sun don't set and shine on Janet Jackson, and she is not going to manipulate my life. And y'all are not going to tell me who I got to be and what I got to do. So here's the last little bit. So their plans was to come out. Everybody's supposed to come over here. They got folks set up. They don't move people here across the street from me that's acting like Wayne and Nicki Minaj. They don't move some people up the road from me that's acting like Wayne and Nicki Minaj. Now what they do, let me tell y'all what they do. I was dating this guy, and we had plans, once again, planning on talking about getting married. He went to prison for a long time, and I held him down. But come to find out, everybody's sleeping in a circle. It's sad. And the only reason why they want to come around so they can be around Wayne. And all of them done been with Wayne, and everybody just want to be together so that when one be in the corner, the other one can skin and grin in your man's face. That is hurting territory over here. So me personally, like I told my guy friend, every guy that I try to date, they'll start acting like that guy, break us up so that they could be that guy, and I'm supposed to be dumbfounded to believe that. Say I'm dating Nick, and then here it is, here Wayne is. Says how I'm paying Nick some attention. Here Barry is. Says I'm paying Nick some attention. They break me and Nick up, so then they start acting like Nick. So now I'm supposed to be dumbfounded, like thinking in my mind, well, this is Nick. Let me go date Nick, but really it's Barry. So they'll try to make the guy that they broke up with me date Nicki Minaj and date Janet Jackson, date Dia Sandino, Christina Milian, the married Barry. But you still over here want to looking at me cross-eyed in my eyes and telling people what I can and cannot do and who it is I'm going to date and who I cannot date. And if I don't, they give me fired off jobs and try to call what they call me is Wendy. They're gonna put me on drugs so they can cycle out. Even when I was out in the streets and I did what I did do, my mind wasn't to that point where I was weak enough for it. If I didn't want to be with you, I was not going to be with you. Long story short, so I don't have nothing against them, but I don't fit your lifestyle. I don't fit that lifestyle, Wayne. I'm not that. I don't think I'm better than anybody, but I got better things to do with my time. It's too much drama, and Barry, you too old. You don't got too old to have that kind of drama around you. You married Christine Milian, but yet still you don't sleep with all these females around here. So every time I look around, everybody looking in my eyes, hey Holly. But y'all walking around here, y'all know that y'all don't sleep with these. I don't care, but get out my face. And you know you still want to be with them. Go be with them. I don't got no third leg in between my legs. I can't do nothing for you. I'm not licking, okay? And like I told you, I don't like nothing squishy in my mouth. If it's too squishy, it's not going in my mouth. I don't like it. So here it is. I'm just messed up. I'm sick of I'm so sick of Janet Jackson. And I'm upset because I'm not upset, but I'm just turning my spirit. I'm really puzzled in my mind. And so I don't know in the world that Barry turned into such a person like this. I did not see that side of this man when the hell we was kicking it like that. And I'm messed up now because they literally tell me what I am and what I'm not going to do. And because I won't go into the industry with them, they told me I was going to stay here in the ghetto and be broke and watch them go be millionaires. No, y'all, they struggling just like I can pay my bills. I'm not worried about how if my lights and my power bill gonna get cut off, my water gonna get cut off because I'm staying in houses and driving cars that I cannot afford. But anyway, back to the guy, and I'm done. The guy that I was dating, they broke us up, and after I come find out he first went to prison. You know, I was trying to ride it out with him, but he made it in his mind, you know, to confess some things and come find out he done slept with my homegirls, my cousins, and I'm like, oh, good Lord, which one of my cousins hadn't slept with me? Good Lord, because I don't get down like that. I know you my family, you my girl, and I would check your guy. I tell them, no, you need to go home to your girl because I don't get down like that. I don't got time for it, and I know I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna kick it with her. I've never ever been a jealous type female. So I'm riding out with him and I'm getting ready. He's about time for him to come home. And so I'm expecting gadget. And I just was feeling like something wasn't right in my spirit. And you know they're not supposed to have phones in jail. But come to find out he on the internet talking to Hazel E. So that's the reason why Wayne's confessed supposedly had broke us up because Hazel E was on the internet talking to my ex guy that was in prison. They love prison men. I don't care how they flex. Talking to him on the internet for Janet Jackson, and come to find out his son, his oldest son, he went out there and met with Romeo, and they was supposedly waiting on dad to get out of prison so them to all hook up, and come to find out Jacquees, that's who Jacquees with Birdman. So they have been really manipulating my life, governing my life, And they call me Wendy because they say because she's homeless and they put her on meth. The last thing you're gonna ever do is worry about me doing meth. And I'm not gonna break down in my mind. And that's the whole thing and the whole reason why they've been doing it. So here lately this past weekend they sent some butches over here. They are my goddaughters and her girlfriend, and they got some people in commerce. So we supposed to be over here living, hanging out with Wayne them, and everybody's supposed to be coasted and cool and la gas, and everybody still sleep with everybody as soon as they get a chance to. I never saw no HIV prone community before in my life because the devil is a lie. That's not what God showed me. I know what God showed me, so I don't care how much they threaten me with that Wendy's trying to tell me I'm going to be homeless and broke because I won't go with them. No, God says go through the fire. I choose the fire of Christ Jesus. I choose to suffer with God. So now, since how y'all told me that I'm broke, let me be broke. Get off and over here in my shack wondering about what I'm doing and who I'm doing it with. I'm not doing you, and I'm not in your house, so get out of mine. I'm so upset because they did this empire mess and this ambition mess. So now they literally trying to tell me I got to date my ex. I can't date nobody else other than some guy that I have already dated because they call these my folks are some straight baby kids, hoods. And push come to shove, at one point in time, I know you're not coming over here talking too much out the side of your neck. That's the kind of lifestyle that I grew up with. And I'm upset because I lost some brothers that would have handled this for me. So now I gotta play it smart and not lose my freedom because if so, now Empire got a story because they call I'm cooking lying. I'm so upset, and they literally did it. They've been doing it so far, but God showed me the power to the key to all this to be set free from all of it is prayer. Prayer is the key, and they don't send this crazy Bishop Ernest Burns. He been acting like Barry and the guys I've dated this whole time. Janet Jackson, she's up there in Hampshire County. We was cool. So I got to realize what kind of female she was. We even lived together for just a brief moment. And but when I saw what kind of female she was, I'm like, no, you got me messed up. Because she had sex with this preacher, Bishop Ernest Burns, and Wendy had sex with this preacher, Bishop Ernest Burns. Janet Jackson had sex with this preacher, Bishop Ernest Burns. Juanita Bottom had sex with this preacher, Bishop Ernest Burns, the same man that I've been fighting with now. And because I won't bow down to them, they mad because I won't date they men because they over here trying to date my baby daddy so that they can go be on TV shows. Onika, Mariah, all these. I'm sad. And then I got to work with my brother. He's talking about, you put yourself on TV. That you right. I sure did put myself on TV. So therefore, I won't have to worry about cocking my legs open and having my mouth wide open on somebody's balls so that they can put me on the TV. Not only give me money and give me a spot, but then sabotage it and then steal all the money back from me. That's what a woman is supposed to do when she's not married. Take care of herself. Because it even says that in the Bible. You know, if you put service in and you service a church or you giving your time, then they're supposed to take care of you. But you got to do what they tell you to do. That's the reason why I take care of myself. So can't nobody tell me what I got to do. And that's what they fear about me. Every woman has a weak side, but I can't wear my feelings out here on my shoulders. Because if I do, I'm a dead woman because of the tricks and the games that I die for me. I die for my kids. I'm not dying for nobody's BS and no mess out here. And because I cannot believe that Perry, I don't even know what's on this man's mind. I don't know. I don't even know how in the world. My daughter is just here because I don't know where he went to. This got to be the Twilight Zone. Some Tales from the Crypts kind of type. Switch around. The little girl in the Exodus head spin around kind of mess, y'all, on this Life Super Red Day. I just want to come on to tell y'all this is from my mouth, and you can research the actors on the TV, and yes, they are all connected. They are all connected to the names that I called out. And I don't care how mad he get. You should have never put y'all's hands on my life. You don't tell, because Christine and Milian are mad because she can't make Wayne marry her. So she's gonna she married her a Wayne, and Barry Daniels, come to find out, is her Wayne. And that's what them girls do. And this they said I'm done. They get mad because they don't the men done broke their heart being with other women. So that's the reason why lesbians are so high. They said, well, since how you wanna be like that, I'm gonna make you be gay. So they start dating women because now their feelings is hurt. That's why they switch back and forth. Then they want to try like, I'm full blown lesbian. No, you're not. You just hurt. You hurt because some man done broke your heart, and now you over there talking about, I'm gonna make him be gay. The devil is a lie. I tell you what, I know exactly how to deal with them kind of right there. They hate to see a woman shine, and they hate to see a woman trying to be on top of their game. And that's the reason why they got their foot on my neck, because they know I'm going to rise to the top. They know I'm going to go get it. And that's not nothing to be brag about, but that's what a woman's supposed to do. And they know it ain't going to be too quick that I'm going to call and I'm going to ask. Because anytime you ask, I've learned along the way, they're going to hold something over your head. It's something. It's not nothing the example of this preacher, when I first started going to church, everything was okay. We was getting along fine, but instantly, after that, we just started fighting, warring against one another. Every time, it was always an opposition between me and this man in this church. We was just not getting along, because you're not just going to tell me anything. So finally, once I finally prayed about it, after I finally left the church, because I knew I had to leave that church, God began to show me that it was an evil spirit from the gates of hell that had came in to fight against the spirit, basically test the spirit by the spirit, and eventually it will show. And I began to see some stuff showing now, and I'm sad in my spirit, but hey, life goes on, and it's just the word that God spoke out my belly. I think within the 180 days, right around New Year's Eve, he said it's going to be your family. He said it's supposed to be some family member that's sitting at the table with you that's got a dagger in your back in the name of Jesus. But you got deception always come before good, to see if you're going to choose. What are you going to go with? And God says, who are you going to serve? These folks done kicked me out the church, told me. Well, actually, I can't go to a church, because if I go to a church that I'm affiliated with Janet Jackson and they send their family members out to go be celebrities and be famous, and then they say, well, you stay here and you be dumb and broke, because they got their family members out there in the industry being famous for you, hanging out with people, hanging out with Wayne and Birdman for you, and you wonder why your finances is messed up. It's because of what they're doing inside the industry. This is not nothing this is what I've been living through, and God has been showing it to me on what's been going on. So, and each time I go to church, that bishop, he got affiliation with all of them. So I was like, well, since how you affiliate with all of them, I just want to go to any of them. And they want me to start a church so that my church will be done for Apostle Mary Town. My church will be empty, and it's going to fail for Apostle Mary Town and for Dr. Juanita Bynum, the church that they want to highlight, they want to build up. But that's all cool news, because God showed me something about that too. You be faithful over a few things, I'm going to make you ruler over many. And it's only a small remnant in the name of Jesus. It's the reason why so many people is following her. It's because it's a God's judgment on their lifestyle, and who she is upon them. And now God begins to show, he says it's only going to be a faithful few that is going to follow you, that is going to try to straighten narrow way, because he said the road is wide, but the way to heaven is straight and narrow, and it's going to be very few that is going to find it. I tell you, I trust the Lord, because I know God speaks to me. I know God brought me back for such a time as this. But it's just a phase that you got to go through. Everyone want to be held. Everyone want that masculine man that is going to take charge. But I have had to get out, and I've had to get it. So you say what you want to say about me. I know what I can put on the table. As a matter of fact, God been teaching me how to build tables from scratch. And until you're ready to match that, and until you're ready to show me who you are and that you're loyal to me, I'm not bound down on who it is that I am. What they call them? They call the women a beta and the men an alpha. Yes, if that's what you want to call it, because I'm not bound down. Because no, not with these guys that I've been seeing nowadays, how they treat women, how they toss women through and fro and about in the industry. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I've learned to be content in God. I'm not lonely. I do have desires because I am a woman, but I've learned to be content in God because God showed me. God already showed me who it is, and I just gotta wait on it. Because the games that they're playing, He showed me a glowing cross. I first got saved. He showed me a glowing cross. I passed out. I was slain in the spirit. I saw a glowing cross over a grave. It's going to be some bodies dropping. With that being said, y'all have a nice, grand day, because in spite of what the enemy is trying to throw at me, I'm still going to smile through the pain. God be blessed.